Welcome back and prepare to be bedazzled because today I'm going to be demystifying why the real private sector employee job market has been closed since at least 2008 for real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand that pay above the minimum wage pay grade in the broken economy that is in a ceaseless economic depression. So why does this happen to be the case, you may ask? Without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Lamentably, much to my dismay, much to my consternation, much to my chagrin, much to my grief, much to my agony, much to my agitation, much to my irritation, most real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand are often deemed to be dead-end, highly time-depleting, debilitating, minimum wage, dispiriting, unfulfilling, undesirable, harrowing, distressful, brutally wretched, ineffably agonizing jobs that not only dispossess an employee out of almost over sacrosanct time, but that also did not furnish them with anything close to even 1/4 of a subsistence wage for affording housing. Furthermore, most real private sector employers are keen on not offering any benefits nor any pensions to the real private sector employees. Moreover, almost all the profits that companies generate are reserved for their shareholders, executives, and external directors. So why do most real private sector employers not offer emolument to the real private sector employees above the minimum wage threshold? Most real private sector employers are keen on minimizing their labor costs, offering remuneration to the real private sector employees that is above the minimum wage threshold would be unconducive to allowing real private sector employers to minimize their labor costs. By minimizing their labor costs, it is all the more easier for companies to maximize their profits in the short haul. Companies offer remuneration to the real private sector employees at the minimum wage threshold, then it can culminate in their employee attrition rates amplifying, which can concomitantly amplify their employee training costs and their employee onboarding costs. It is undesirable for companies to have a high employee turnover rate. So there are vacant jobs that are available in the real private sector employee job market. However, these real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand that are available in the real private sector employee job market as this confluence of time and space not only cap an employee's earnings potential at the minimum wage threshold, but also furnish them with a negligible amount of purchasing power in the form of a minimum wage. Moreover, a copious amount of the real private sector employed jobs based upon demand that are available in the real private sector employed job market at this juncture have hazardous employee working conditions that render an employee all the more susceptible to contracting a workplace injury. All jobs should have safe working conditions and should never have perilous working conditions. By having more net income on hand, companies have more capital that they could earmark into being pursuant of expansion opportunities, and that they could allocate into being pursuant of research and development pursuits. Companies are eager to minimize their labor costs so that they can amplify their net income. I hope that you deem this video to be riveting, captivating, mesmerizing, insightful, intriguing, informative, engrossing, and amusing. I hope that you are entrenched in unalloyed epicness, even with maxed out credentials, and can be extremely cumbersome to receive an interview request for a real private sector employee job based on voluntary demand that offers a pay grade that is above the infinitesimal minimum wage. threshold. Thanks for watching. Have a blissful day.